Hey guys, Akwaba, welcome to my channel. This is the Q&A for Coming to America or Living in America series that I've been doing. If you're not familiar to my channel, welcome. Do stay around. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to talk about my life in America, and I am going to answer some of your questions. A few people sent me some emails, some comments on Facebook, so I'm going to get into it right now, and I'm going to try as much as I can to answer your questions. All right, so this is from Blessing says, what should anybody expect? Is it as bad as people describe it? Okay, so this is what I would say about this question. First of all, when you're going to anywhere and you've never been there, you don't expect anything. Like, let your expectations be as low as possible. I promise you, whatever it is that you see in movies or in sitcoms or whatever about America, it's not it. It's a whole different thing. Remember, those are films, those are produced, so that is very different. What I would say also is, it's not bad, but it's very different. It's very different from the life that you know back home. If you're from some parts of Asia, if you're from Africa, South America, the Caribbean, coming here, it's a really different process. If you're somewhere from Europe and you're coming to America, there may be a slight difference, but there may be not really like big differences. But for people like myself who came from the tropics and from a different part of the world to here, I would say the culture is very different. I like certain parts of it, but most parts I don't exactly like. So people have their own descriptions about it. I wouldn't say it's bad, I'll just say it's different. This is from Ike. Not gonna mention your last name, I'm gonna get it wrong for sure. On Facebook, he said, how much do people abroad make? Because on Christmas season, all the London guys just like to spray money and show off. Ike, you're Nigerian, so I'm thinking that maybe Nigerian London guys, why are you spraying your money around and showing off in Nigeria during Christmas season? What's wrong with you? Okay, so this is what I'll tell you, Ike. People come to during Christmas season, they've usually been planning the whole entire year. They've been saving their money the whole entire year. So when they come and they're spraying money, they're probably blowing all their savings or whatever, or just really trying to let loose, because working crazy hours every week, getting 4 or 5 hours sleep as an immigrant, people don't really understand the life of immigrants. I think we work extremely hard because there's an end goal in sight for us. So we just don't work like regular. I'm assuming we don't work like normal, because some people, a lot of us work 2 jobs, 3 jobs. You know, we're always like on the go. You know, and we work extremely long hours because there's an end goal in mind, as I said. So when they do come around in Nigeria during Christmas season or anywhere else and they're spraying your money, let them spray their money, Ike. They are tired, frustrated, and just trying to relax. Okay, and to go on the issue of how much do people exactly make. Okay, so this is the thing. It depends on what job you have. It depends on how much experience you have. It depends on how many types of job you're doing. So that's very relative. But what I would say is, no matter how much you make, the government takes 15 to 30% of it as tax. So let's just say a week you make $500 in the week. The government takes 30% of that. The rest, you have to pay your bills with it. You have to feed your family. You have to send some home. It's like depleting. By the time you like on payday, it's like, well, wow, what did I work for? So the little money that they can get, they use it to, you know, just make themselves feel good. And it depends. If you have work authorization, a green card, or you're a citizen, you're eligible to work. So if you're planning on filing and you wanted to know exactly how much, just make sure you have either one of these 3 things, because if you don't and you're coming here as a visitor, you're not eligible to work. That's not gonna happen. Ryder on Facebook said, how do I apply for my master's degree program? Will I get a scholarship? Okay, so this question, I know there was back in the day where people used to get sponsorships from schools in America and they would come study and they get full ride, tuition, boarding, everything. Yeah, those days are over, girl. Those days are over. So to apply for your master's degree program, make sure you get a transcript from your school that you're just completed, your college status, and let them mail it to World Education Services. they will translate your transcript from the grading system of whatever country you're in into the grading system of the United States. Something that I found was like a lot lower than what I was used to. The grading system is a lot lower than what our back home we have. So when they translate it, they would then calculate your GPA into the GPA that they you scored here if you went to school in America, and then you can choose what school you want to send it to. Alright, so that is the process. Now, depending on what course you have to do, you have prerequisite and licenses that you need to get. I wrote GMAT as a business student, so you want to do that. After that, you go to the school, you interview, and then it goes on and on. It's a whole entire process. Make sure you get that transcript evaluated before you even think about applying to any school, because you're not going to take your transcript from another country. You need to translate it. Your boy Randy on Facebook said, is it worth it? Well, this is relative also. Is it worth it? Well, I have heard stories of people selling their family homes and everything to give to the embassies to file visas to come here. What I would say is, wherever it is that you are in this world, if you feel like you have opportunity, stay back home and visit when you can. If you want to see the world and that's why you want to move, stay back home and visit when you can, because it is a lot of propaganda that has gone on for years and years about the western part of the world being developed and having a lot of jobs. Like, the job market in the whole world is not great. The economies are not great. So if you feel like you have opportunity back home, stay home. But if you feel you don't have a lot of opportunity and you think that it will be great for you to experience something new, I'm not gonna encourage or discourage you. I'm just gonna have you like discover it for yourself. But like I've said, it is relative. This is from Bismack on Facebook. He said, why do people discourage us from coming even though they still live there? Why don't they come back home? Okay, so this is a really good question, Bismack. Why do people discourage people? Alright, so people discourage people because when we come here, we go through a lot of things that people don't know. I remember when I came here, my aunt told me that in this country you either get sick or you cry. And I'm like, wait, why is she trying to scare me? Until the day I started crying and I got sick. I was like, oh, this was what she was talking about. There is a lot of stress. A stress that we put on ourselves because we want to be successful. And the stress that our families and our friends back home put on us because they expect a certain level of, I don't know, success. So it is people try to discourage you because they don't want you to go through the things that we go through, like waking up at 4 a.m., going to a job 7 o'clock, closing 6 p.m., going back to another job 7 p.m., coming back home at midnight, waking up at 4 a.m. You know, that whole routine, people feel like a lot of people can't take it. I have witnessed a lot of people go back home because they just cannot take the rat race. So that's why people discourage you, because they feel like this is so like it's just a different process. They don't want you to experience the frustration that comes with it. So that's why they discourage you. And why don't they come back home, Bismarck? I don't know. Why aren't people going back home? Because people don't have anything to go back home to. There are a lot of people that don't have anything to go back home to, or their families are here, or they don't have any more families because you're old, maybe they passed away, or just maybe they don't have any business, any money venture back home that will enable them to come back home. But I really do like appreciate you guys for sending some of these questions. Some of them I answered them one-on-one because it was like a repetitive like question that was being asked about the visa process. Go to your embassy's website and go check that out. I do not have the exact requirements for applying for a visa. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Go to the embassy website and check it out. I will be back here and I'll be bringing you the reason why I love living in America and the reason why I hate living in America. So you watch out for these two videos. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Nana Ashanti. Follow me on Facebook, Nana Ashanti, Instagram, Nana_Ashanti, Twitter, Nana_Ashanti, and leave your comments below. If you live in America, you want to share your experience, you are welcome to do that. If you're in another country, you have more questions, ask me and I'm going to reply. Let's keep this going. I will be here same time next week with your dose of coming or living in America. Take care.